ProdigiousTrip here. Kind of wanted to talk to you guys today about the pros and cons of digital media and physical media. And what I mean by that is I prefer to have like my movies. I have a lot of them just downloaded like on like an ultraviolet account called Voodoo. And there I could just watch, like it's my own digital library of my movies and my shows that I like. My buddy over at Jeremy's Boas decided that he wanted to do a video on, he has like thousands and thousands of DVDs and Blu-rays and stuff like that. And so he likes to have all of his physical media, which is fine. There's pros and cons to both. And so I kind of wanted to just let you guys know, what's good and bad about having digital media and what's good and bad about having just the physical copies of stuff. And so I've been collecting movies and DVDs for like years and stuff. And so once they started doing them on digital, I thought that was kind of cool that I can have my own digital library instead of having to go to Netflix all the time and be like, no, they don't have my movie. They're like, I don't have that, And I was just like, I can have all of my favorite movies and stuff right here when I need them. I can access it on my phone. I can access it pretty much anywhere I want. And so that's kind of the good thing about that. I had a friend of mine who, he had a party and his DVD player broke. And as the party started to wear down, people were like, hey, let's watch a movie or something. But he's like, I can't. My DVD player's broken. And so he did have an Xbox. It's the Series S. That's the one that doesn't have a disk drive. But you can stream stuff on it. So you can have like Netflix, whatever. But I don't think what people wanted to watch was one of the Harry Potter movies or something like that. We were talking about it. And so I said, well, hey, I got an idea. So I signed into my Vudu account on his Xbox. And we were able to watch, I don't know whatever Harry Potter movie they were wanting to watch. But that was one of the, again, it's a good reason to have your, digital so that you can have it accessed wherever you want. The only downside to having just digital media is, like what my friend Jeremy pointed out was, if the internet goes out, you can't do anything. And so that's kind of like his problem was, I think where he lives, he said he'd have a really good internet or phone service or something or whatever. So he can't just like, put his like hotspot on his phone and play something off of his Xbox or whatever like that. And so if you don't have the internet, yes, you can't stream anything. That is a con to having just digital media and stuff like that. I do have a Blu-ray player or a 4K player, so I have stuff I can play stuff on. But for the most part, I do rather just have the digital library. I could just flip through something really quick instead of having to change out a disc each time. Again, it's convenient. But if your internet goes out, like Jeremy says, it's like, well, I have all my movies. I can just grab them, put them in, play, and go. And so, again, there's good and bad to having that. The only problem I have with certain physical copies of stuff is that, like, after a while, sometimes it does break down. I've heard that DVD is the silver part of a DVD, not a Blu-ray or 4K. I think it was just for DVDs at the time. When you press in that button to pop out the disc out of the case, after a while, it's going to start deteriorating that silver, and then you're going to have a disc that doesn't want to be read. Or if your DVD player doesn't work, or if you have a scratch disc, if one of those doesn't work, then you can't watch it. And so that's kind of the reason. I do have most of my movies that I have a physical copy of. I do have the digital copy of it as well. But just sometimes I cannot find that certain movie or I can't find that certain show on DVD or something anymore. Like I was looking up, I wanted to watch That 70s Show and can't find it on, I don't even think they have it on cable anymore or on syndication. And the only place to stream it is on Peacock. And so I wanted to buy it on Vudu so I can have it on my digital library so I can watch it whenever, but you can't. And I already have like so many subscriptions to different, there's a whole reason I canceled cable was because I was like, I could stream this on Netflix. I could watch something on, Disney Plus. But then like after I watch, realize I'm like, I have too many subscriptions and I'm like, it's all like, just piling up with, how much money it costs for all these streaming services. So I was just like, well, let me just buy certain movies and stuff that I want to watch and I'm going to put them on my own digital library. Well, That 70s Show is not on there, and you can only watch it on Peacock. You can't even buy it anywhere. I think you can buy the DVD somewhere, but you probably have to go like eBay or pay like a lot of money or something on Amazon. So again, you can find it on there, but for the convenience of it, I can't. I'm just like, I don't want to have to pay more money to watch something again on another streaming service if I'm just going to try to buy the DVD, or if I can't find the DVD anywhere. And there's a lot of movies and stuff that I've tried to find, or old cartoons that I've tried to find. You can't even find them on DVD anymore. And you can't even find them on streaming. And so I'm just like, so yeah, there's a lot of stuff for good and bad about having the physical copy of stuff. Like, I love the Power Ranger movie, the original movie that came out in 1995. You can't stream it anywhere, if I'm not mistaken. I think you can on Disney Plus if you watch it in another country or something like that. But you can't buy it anywhere online to watch. I have the Blu-ray, but that's it. And I'm like, oh, if I want to watch it, I have to put it in the Blu-ray, which again is fine. But I'm just like, if I'm, out and about or something, or if I'm in my car or at work or something, I'm like, let me see if I can watch a movie. I can't watch the Power Ranger movie. And it's, again, it's one of those things where it's your own preference, whether you like to have the DVDs or if you rather have just the digital. It's up to you, because you're going to know better than anyone else how you like your stuff. For me, I do like the more convenience of I can switch it as much as I want to whenever I want. I'm not talking about having the streaming services. I'm not talking about Netflix. I'm not talking about, Disney Plus. I'm talking about just your own digital library. For me, it's the Vudu account that I have. If you have Vudu, then you understand what I mean. If you don't, again, it's like I said, it's your own digital library that you can get. Again, you can sign up for free, but you don't have anything in there to watch when you do. But again, you can buy your own movies on there. They have sales and stuff every now and then. So this way you're not just spending $200 or, spending hundreds of dollars on stuff. But that's the reason I like the Vudu, is for the convenience of it. And I live in a small house, so I really can't display all the DVDs and movies that I have. If you're one of those people that likes to collect stuff, like I collect Legos and stuff like that, this is the best thing I could do for a collection. I do have an Amiibo display case over here, but other than that, I don't have a whole lot of room to display stuff. And so my buddy Jeremy, he has thousands of DVDs and he's able to display them and has a great display case. So if you have the room for it and you like to collect stuff, that's fine. I have no problem with that. That's great. But, for me, it's more convenient to have it all on, the cloud, because I can't just display everything right now. And it's more, I also know that some stores are actually going away from digital, or from going away from physical copies of stuff. If you go to Walmart and Best Buy, their section of Blu-rays or 4Ks or whatever, it's almost nothing. I think everything's going to be starting to go in digital anyway. So if you're looking to have that specific movie disc, it's going to be becoming harder and harder to find after a while. And so, I mean, if that's the way you want to go, I know like I said, if you're a collector and you got to find that disc, that's fine. But you're going to be paying a lot more once those discs come out than you are if you want to just try to get it downloaded digitally. Again, if you like the discs and stuff, the good thing about those is they always come with extra features and stuff. I know sometimes they have certain features that they put on Vudu, but there's always a lot more Easter eggs and other stuff that they have on a disc, which is fine. I know a lot of people like those. I could go either way, but I do like seeing the physical copies of stuff. I have, I think, the first 7 or 8 seasons of Power Rangers. And so on Vudu, you can't buy Power Rangers. I think you could watch some of the seasons on Netflix, but not all of them. They used to have them all on there. And again, that's another problem is if you're one of those people that just like streaming and you don't want to have an actual physical copy or even a digital copy, you just like streaming and you don't care, you'll just be like, oh, this is on, that's fine, I'll watch this, or this is on here, and that's how you like your life, that's fine. I have no problem with that at all. And I understand that too. That's a lot easier than actually having a physical copy of something or having your very own digital library. I get it. That's, I have my cousin, he considers himself a minimalist. And I didn't know what that meant until he was just telling me, he's like, he doesn't like to have a lot of stuff. And he lives a very simple life, great wife, 2 kids and stuff like that. But he doesn't like to have a whole lot of things in his life. And I didn't realize this too. It's actually a psychological thing too. Um, the less stuff you have in your life, the less stress you have. I didn't know that. That's actually like there's a psychologist journal something or whatever I read that they actually said like, the less stuff you have, the less stress you have. And it's true because you don't have to worry about your stuff breaking or getting lost or whatever because that you won't have stress in your life about it. And if you have these physical copies of stuff, like if your house catches on fire, you're going to save your kids and your pets first. And then you're like, oh, I can't just save all my stuff. And again, if you have it on the cloud, like you have for Voodoo, then I don't have to worry about, oh no, it's, but if someone hacks my account or something, or let's say, if that happens and they start, spending stuff or doing whatever, then you can mess it up. So again, there's goods and bad, or goods and bad. There's pros and cons to physical media and digital media. It's all your own preference. Whatever you want, you know better than anyone else. So if you don't like digital and just want to have that disc, that's fine. Just make sure you have a working DVD player and make sure that your discs are cleaned and not, breaking. That's fine. If you like just to have digital so that you don't have to worry about having too much stuff or you don't have enough room to display something or whatever, then yes, go for digital. Like I said, I think a lot of things are starting to go digital. Like, I don't even know if you can get CDs anymore for just listening to music. Like, I know a lot of places are getting rid of that. And I'm like, and I want, if you're, whatever artist comes out with another album and you want to support them, you usually try to buy that CD, but now you might not be able to unless you find it online somewhere. Usually just try to get like it on iTunes or something. And I get that too. Like I said, my friend had the Xbox Series S. That doesn't have a disc. It's all digital. So all of his games that he has to download them. And again, that's good and bad. If you want to have, that, the disc drive doesn't work on the other Xbox or something, then that's, a reason to get one of these or something. And what am I trying to say here? That's just one of the things of, it's life. Things are going to happen. So it's up to you whether you want to or not. It's all your own preference. Like I said, I prefer the digital. My boy Jeremy prefers the physical, which is fine. We're best friends, so we always talk about this stuff. By the way, I want to give a shout out to Jeremy. He's on his honeymoon right now, so you guys have fun. He and his lovely wife, Ashley, they got married at the end of last year, so I'm so proud of them, so happy for them. Hope they have a good time this week on their honeymoon, so love you guys. And again, whatever your preferences on, movies and stuff, and again, the fact that everything's starting to go digital, I don't know if you're going to be able to find some of these things anymore. I know a lot of collectors want to try to have all these movies and tangible stuff, but it might just be going to the way to like digital. And if that's the way it's going, I'm sorry. Again, there's goods and bads to having both. So it's all up to you of what you want and how you want to have your media either at your disposal, or if you want to have both and actually have those discs and a digital copy, that's great. More power to you. But it's just going to cost more in the end. But again, it's up to you. I'm ProdigiousTrip, and I will catch you guys later.